Welcome to The Debate. Today, we are looking at the career of Lionel Messi. But we aren't just counting trophies. We are asking a big question. Is his story about, inevitable genius or a really desperate battle?
Yeah, it is the difference between a fairy tale and a gritty movie. People just see that perfect ending in Qatar, but honestly, his life is almost a tragedy that just got fixed at the last possible second.
I mean, I have to take the romantic view here. It is destiny, pure and simple. You look at his 48 titles, the World Cup. I am arguing that greatness was his only possible outcome.
And I am arguing that destiny is just a lazy word. It ignores all the pain. I see the boy who couldn't grow. His greatness comes from surviving constant rejection, not just his talent.
But the talent was always there to protect him. Go back to Rosario. His grandmother, Celia, she puts him on a soccer field at age 4 against kids twice his size. He didn't just survive. He humiliated them. That is pure, innate magic.
The talent was there, sure, but his body was failing him. We just gloss over the diagnosis at age 11. Growth hormone deficiency. This was a real medical crisis.
Right. It was hard.
Hard is an understatement. Imagine an 11-year-old child. He has to inject needles into his own legs every single night, just to have a chance at a normal life.
A brutal routine, I grant you. But look at the result. That low center of gravity, it became his superpower. It is what allows him to turn faster than anyone else.
You make it sound like a tactical advantage. At the time, it was a financial disaster. The treatment cost $900 a month. His club stopped paying. River Plate wanted him, but they wouldn't pay for the medicine either. Think about that. He was rejected by his own country because of a physical defect.
Which led directly to Barcelona. And that famous contract on a paper napkin. I mean, it is legendary. It brought him to the one place that actually understood his value.
Yeah, but it also tore his family apart. At 13, he moves to Spain. His mother and brothers eventually go back to Argentina. He is left alone with his father, a lonely kid in a foreign country. That isolation really shaped him.
I think you are overplaying the lonely angle a bit. He won Olympic gold in 2008. He delivered for his country very early on.
Did he? Because for a whole decade, the national team was a horror show for him. They didn't call him a hero. They called him Pecho Frío, cold chest.
An insult meaning he lacked passion.
Exactly. They said he didn't care about the shirt. Losing the 2014 World Cup final to Germany was awful, but those back-to-back losses to Chile, that was psychological torture.
Every athlete loses finals.
Not like this. In 2016, after missing a penalty, he didn't just walk off. He quit. He retired from the national team in tears. That isn't the behavior of a god. That is a broken man.
But a hero's journey needs a dark moment. He came back. The 2021 Copa America. The 2022 World Cup. Those weren't just wins. They were a total release. When he scored those 7 goals in Qatar, he silenced every critic. He proved the destiny was real. It was just delayed.
It wasn't destiny. It was sacrifice. Look at his locker room speech before the 2021 final. He didn't talk about tactics at all. He talked about suffering. He reminded the team they had spent 45 days locked in a bubble, away from their families. He won because he was willing to suffer more, not because the stars aligned.
And now, he is at the end of the story, dominating the U.S. He has basically completed the sport.
What is interesting is his future. In a recent interview, he admitted he doesn't want to coach. He knows how cruel the sideline is. He wants to be a sporting director, an owner. He wants to help young players survive the very system that almost broke him.
Which is the perfect close to the script. The young prodigy becomes the wise mentor. Whether it was written in the stars or forged in a clinic, the result is the greatest resume in history.
I do think we respect him more if we remember his human fragility. He isn't Superman. He is a normal guy with a lot of bruises.
Perhaps he is both. A resilient human who played like a god. There is always more to unpack with this material, but we will leave it there. Thank you for listening to